Sergeant Stepdad here. I'm not going to be doing a review today, because I didn't get a chance to get anything ordered for review. Um, but I am going to talk about something has that does affect my family. I mean, not exactly affect, more of it has an effect towards a family member. And that is individuals with disorders that prevent them from living on their own. Whether that's a mental disorder or a physical disorder. My wife actually works for a company that takes care of these individuals. And I'm not going to try to go into all these details. If she decides she wants to make... Grandma, I need you to make a video about certain exact details that she's allowed to give out. Then I'll have her on. But there's a couple things that she has brought to my attention that needs to be addressed. The individuals that she takes care of, she feels like our family. And there's always issues of enough people to continue to take care of these individuals in the homes that they live in. I mean, they're in a college town, and yes, during college times they'll have individuals show up to work because I believe they're getting into the medical field, and that's what my wife does. Is she's a caregiver for these individuals. It doesn't require a degree to really do this because they do training, but you've got to have compassion and be able to deal with these individuals and their mental disorders and their physical disorders. Where she works, they're having trouble keeping people actually working there, and I think sometimes it's due to the money they make, because they are not, from what I understand, is they're not being paid what they should be paid. I mean, they're not even really getting paid half of what they should be paid, from my understanding. I mean, they are pretty much changing diapers, changing diapers of individuals that can't use the bathroom, changing certain medical things dealing with certain medical things that takes training to actually do. I mean, recently my wife had to pick up more and more hours just to make sure the individuals that are taken care of. And she has limited hour. She originally had a limited availability due to our son being born. And I've been stepping up on taking care of what she usually takes care of when she's home. The field she works in takes more than just wanting a paycheck. you've got to be able to. Okay, enough. Okay, you gotta be able to take the good with the bad in that field. You gotta have heart. You, because if you're doing it just for a paycheck, it makes your then the individual's lives harder, and it makes your coworkers' lives harder. I mean, I have actually visited our individuals a few times. I've even in uniform. I they're fun people to hang around with every now and then. I mean, me personally, I don't think I could do the job my wife does. She puts a lot of herself into the care of these individuals, and it has shown. Their family members pray, give her praise every time they meet her. They've even had to go to bat for her in an instance where another coworker did something wrong and trying to blame her. But there needs to be something done to help make sure when an individual goes into this kind of this caregiving field that makes them want to stay. They want to make sure when they need to be able to know that they're going to stay and be able to help these individuals willingly. Um, because when you just get these individuals that are there for a short time just because they needed a job, it hurts more than just coworkers when they just up and leave. And like all the other like all the other places, you're gonna have those coworkers that try to do the least amount of things as possible, or try to push blame off on someone else for their own mistakes. But it also would help if these facilities would get the funding they deserve instead of giving all this funding to these individuals that just want to live off of the taxpayers. These individuals don't have any means of being able to get a job. I mean, they are, in all honesty, mentally and physically disabled. And people just seem like they don't really care about these individuals. They're human beings. Oh, karma. Just sit here and I'll pay you. But these individuals do have things to offer to this world. I mean, one of the individuals that my wife take care of, and about some stuff he's done, makes me laugh. Not a bad like something that's sad kind of thing that would make some people laugh. It's more of the comical stuff that makes me laugh. I know a lot of people are fighting fights for equality, But the thing is, everyone that can get a lot of these people can get job. They can get jobs. They can work to get what they need. These individuals don't have that ability to be able to go out and get stuff they want, go out and get work, and actually have a social life. Almost not have a social life outside of who they work with and other people like them. But you guys do. These individuals need to be treated a lot better than what they are. I know a lot of people out there make fun of them. And we've refrained from using the word that a lot of people use to describe them. In all honesty, the original definition of that word is to hinder, which is like flame retardant, which is to hinder flames from burning something. But people have turned it into a derogatory term now, which is wrong. I'm hoping at some point in time I can get my wife to actually talk about her job to help people understand what it takes to do that job. And maybe some people who come across this video may realize, hey, we do need to do better. We need to, instead of work on having the taxpayer float the bill for people that can work, just to live and decide to live off of the government, and put it to where these people who can't work but do provide something to society can live a lot better. And I know it's not just here where I live. It's everywhere that these individuals that have these disabilities will be treated unfairly. These individuals are probably more mistreated than anyone else. And I have a past where, yes, I made comments about these kind of people. I will admit that. In my high school years, I made comments about these people, but I never really did it to their face. And I apologize to those who I may have even made fun of, if I have made fun of them to their face, and those I have not done to their face. I understand that now that these individuals need someone to go to bat for them. But these are going to be the individuals I would be on the side of. I don't take sides on certain things because it just is what it is. It's because it's not my place. I mean, yes, I have taken stances on certain things. I take a stance against rioting. I take a stance on certain things that should not have to be being done because we should be treating each other like human beings. I don't care, gay, straight, transgender. It's I don't even for black, white, brown. We're all human beings. It's we should be treating each other as human beings rather than basing it off of religion, skin color, sexual orientation, gender. But the government has failed a lot. Has failed certain groups. They have failed veterans. They are still continuously failing the homeless, and they're failing the mentally and physically disabled that have to be in assisted living. These are the groups that need to be taken care of. We These groups should not depend on third party sources or the generosity of the taxpayers to help them out. The homeless, the veterans, they should be. The government should find a way to take care of them all. I mean, to help with the homeless, I don't know if I've said it before, and I probably have, like the tax credit for those businesses that hire someone that's homeless looking for a job, and getting those that are on drugs or alcohol abuse jobs through a rehab program to get them off of those issues and back to becoming a productive member of society. Veterans should need, well, there are veterans out there that need some kind of counseling, but nothing. Some people have not been able to get them help. The government should help provide counseling for these individuals to help them adjust. Because I'll be honest, right now, even though I've been a reservist, I don't know. I feel uncertain of how things are gonna go when I leave, when I get out. Because in for active duty, can be 10 times worse because all they've known is the military life. But that's why they don't seem to have any, like, the government has not provided them any failsafe. I mean, yes, they could get a degree, but like I'm pretty sure a lot of infantry are the ones that kind of have issues with adjusting. And the military does try to encourage these individuals to get a degree in something and so on and so forth. But the young ones that get in, they have issues with drinking, strip clubs, that kind of stuff. But we need, they've been trying, but some people, you can try, you gotta at least do something. You're not gonna stop everyone, all of it, but if you just stopping at least 50% of veterans becoming homeless or have issues getting a job would be a benefit. And if if you can at least stop 50% of the homelessness and all that, it's a win in my book. And the caregivers were of the individuals that have the mental and physical disabilities do deserve more funding than what they get. I mean, these organizations that, like my wife works for, are non-profit. All the money goes to repairs, the stuff the individuals need, and they end up having. I mean, when the company has extra money, they give out bonuses because they don't want it all to be stuck somewhere. But we need to stop failing these kind of individuals. We need to actually make them a part of society instead of hiding them away. I will see you next time.